Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's What Map. Now before we get started, I'd like to thank absolutely everybody who's already watched last night's Skylines talk with Mr. Maison. It was a totally enjoyable interview. I loved every second of it, and I think you will too, so if you haven't already seen it, make sure that's next on your watch list. Now today's map is Lai'Vaila, a tropical paradise by EliteCthulhu. Now this is an island map, not really like a volcanic island map. It's apparently a real place somewhere off New Zealandish kind of way. Now, what do you need? Well, the Clayra map theme is listed, but however, when I started the game, it didn't come up as an option despite having it, so I've used just tropical. It does say in the notes that there may be frame rate issues, and if you've got a problem, delete the meadow grass. Now, I wouldn't have thought I'd have any problems with a map this small. You know, it's said to be heavily detailed, but it's not so heavily detailed, to be honest with you. But boy, am I getting frame rate issues. I mean, I haven't had frame rate issues like this on any map ever. It's jumping about and... Well, anyway, let's come down to street. We'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute. But yes, if you have to come down to street level here, you'll see overgrown highways. Now, apparently this is by design. The islands were originally like a military base or something like that, and it's been left abandoned for a long while, and so we've got overgrown roads. Now, in terms of accuracy, I guess you can't blame Elite for this because, well, frankly, if they're overgrown roads, then they're overgrown roads. However, if you're going to want to, take on this map to build a city, I would imagine one of the first things you're going to do is go around the entire map, deleting all of these overgrown sections, and that is going to take some time. So there's something to bear in mind. So for accuracy, yes, it's really good. It's really spot on. I've seen overgrown roads and rail before, usually in error. This isn't an error. This is absolutely by design. Now, like I say, all this meadow grass, which is, I'm guessing, the stuff that's overgrowing the roads, is causing the frame rate drop apparently, because there's over 500 of them on the map. But like I say, we've seen far more detailed maps. The classic is the Clayra. I had no frame rate drops with Clayra at all, and there has to be more detail on Clayra than there is on this map. There just has to be. So I'm wondering whether it's the amount of rocks maybe that's causing because the amount of times I've seen glitchy with the rocks, obviously the way that the light is reflecting off of them, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm at a loss, but as the developer has said it's the grass not to subscribe to, then I would imagine that that's your problem. And as you're going to delete it anyway, maybe meadow grass is a thing not to have. The game will load fine without it. Look, we've got glitching through here. That's not too good. That's definitely an error. Definitely a problem there. And then we've got... it got to the end here. That's your road network finished. There's no highway connection because we are looking at an island map. And we're now looking at an asset review, just for a bit of a change. It's Japanese convenience store Circle K by Doro Hoso. And I apologise first of all if you're Japanese and I've got that wrong, but I'm only going by Google Translate's attempt at a Japanese language. Now, apparently this means road pavement as well, which is an interesting choice of name, which is fine. Now, I used to work in the Circle K way back in my teens. Had an armed raid there to my great distress. But yes, it's a Circle K, and it looks like a Circle K. Whether you'd want to use it because it's Japanese, I don't know, but it's there and it's available, and it's okay. Nora also, I like that. Japanese convenience store. Circle K. Right, that is also, that was ploppable and growable. 2 options there. Now, what have we got? Detailing. Well, we're going to have, we've had a look at the roads. Let's have a look at the detailing. And basically, in terms of detailing, there's a lot of rocks and a lot of trees. There's really not much more to say about the detailing on this map. Is clusters of rocks. And let's have a look at this little lake, because at least that's something different, and it's a nice little lake. There's not really much more to say about that. Might be nice to see a little bit of underwater foliage under there, maybe. And then we've got a whole pile of islands. Now, normally, when I go island hopping, I'm looking for a BonBon island. But to be honest with you, the entire map is a kind of BonBon island. So I'm not actually looking for somewhere to put my posh little condo. No, I'm just having a look. So we've got a little bit in the way of sandbanks around here. So let's just check to make sure the shipping route doesn't hit any of those sandbanks. And to be honest with you, that looks pretty clear. That goes through there fine. And that loops around. And that one, yeah, that goes off that way. How about this one? This one comes through the islands. Nope, it looks pretty safe. So that was pretty good, the amount of times we see shipping routes hit an island. And I'll tell you now, you won't have to look at this, there is water movement. Not much, it's subtle water movement, and because of that, I would suggest that, a bit of detailing on the beach there, that's nice. Subtle water movement, you'll probably be able to use the natural flow to take away your sewage. Now as we go island hopping, I am actually looking for a specific island somewhere around here. There's one island. Where is it? Where are you? Down here? No, it's one of the few problems with the map. Very few problems with the map, other than obviously the frame rate and the overgrown roads by design. If you can call it. Oh, hang on. Is that it there? That's the one. There you go. Flooded. Now, once again, that could possibly have happened by some sort of earthquake, and then that would have dropped the ground down a bit. I'm going to assume that that's not what happened here. That was just an error, because natural disasters is what would do that, surely. If you've got natural disasters, there's your fella. Right, yes, what else can we look at? God, we were only 8 minutes in. There must be something else to have a quick look at. How about detail down here? Because we've got this lighthouse, the essential lighthouse, and a second essential lighthouse right behind it. But the question is, how essential are they? Any ship coming down there has got to bypass that island first. So basically, you'd want them on that island, maybe, if that's what you're worried about. We've got sandbanks here, which are a bigger problem as well, because they're actually under the surface. So you kind of would want those lighthouses somewhere other than in that cove. Aesthetically, it's quite nice. It's not a 5-star map by any stretch of the imagination, and I give credit for the effort. So I'm going to give 4 stars. It's 3 going on 4. I'll round it up to 4. Reason being, for detailing, there's a lot of detailing, but it doesn't serve anything for me, so I'm giving that just 2 stars. Because you're going to have to demolish all of those bits on the road first as well. 2 stars for gameplay. It's not very big, and you've got to do a lot of work before you can use it. But it's okay. Lai'Vaila, A Tropical Paradise by EliteCthulhu. And that is today's map. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget, Skylines Talk is still up there from Mr. Maison, plus 2 previous episodes. You don't want to miss those either. And I'll see you again tomorrow for more What Mapping.